Hello, you are welcome to class Future Tech Leaders. Today, we'll be talking about conditional statement. Just as I have explained in the previous video, that conditional statements are decision-making statements. And to explain this further, we're going to be working on a project called 10 Quick Question with Timer. 10 quick question game with timer. So enjoy yourself as we walk through this project together. But first, let me share my screen and launch my Scratch. So let's launch the Scratch. All right, now the Scratch is loading. So but how would this project work? This project is a 10 quick question project and it's have a timer. So we're going to make the time 1 minute. And all we're going to do is we're going to ask 10 questions, which you must answer within the minutes given. So if you are able to finish the project, then you score. But if you are unable, it will end. And each question you miss will be deducted from the ones you've gotten. Now, each one you get 10 marks for every correct question that you answered. And for every wrong answer, it will minus 10 from your results. All right, let's start. So for this, we'll be needing three variables. One will be, for the question, we'll be needing three variables. One will be points, and the other two will be round one, round two. So let's make three variables before we start our work. So let's go to variable. So the first one is points. Another variable, num1, let's call it num1. The next variable, let's call it num2. Good, we have this. So what do we want to achieve with all this? That's the next question. So whenever the flag is clicked, when the flag is clicked, I want the point to be set to 0. So you go to your event and bring out when flag click, set point to 0. So bring out set variable and click down and bring point. So your point will be set to 0. So what else? Now I want to set the num1 and num2 to be picking any number between 1 and 20. So it's for num1, going to pick any random number between 1 and 20. Num2 as well will pick any random number between 1 and 20. Then I'll be asking, what is the sum of the two numbers? So this is that it's very simple game. All right. So, and I want this to be repeated forever. I want it to, sorry, because I tell it's 10 quick question, I want it to be repeated 10 times. So we'll go to repeat. You don't forget, you are trying to explain control statements. So we are going to repeat. That's our control. I mean, we are explaining conditional statements, sorry. So we bring out repeat 10. So what are we repeating? We are going to say set num1 and num2 to any random number between 1 and 20. So let's duplicate this so that we don't have to go and pick it again and put it in there. So we are going to set num1 and we are setting num2 to a random number between 1 and 20. And for us to get a random number, so we go to operator and bring out random. So this is random. So we are picking random. So we are going to say duplicate this as well so that we don't have to go back to go and pick. So one and 20. So as well, these two will be any number between 1 and 20. Hope you are following. Future tech leaders. Hope you are following. Yeah. Okay. Now, we are picked. Now we are going to ask the question, what is the sum of the two number that is picked? So, where are we going to see ask? That you will see in sensing. So we'll go to sensing and bring out ask. So you are going to change this to what is the sum is the sum of, now I'm going to be using join to put the numbers together. So you go to operator and then you will see join. So you bring out join apple and banana because I want to join words with numbers. So, and for it to be able to accommodate it, I'm going to be using to join. So I'm asking what is the sum of, oh, so I'm going to put it inside the ask, sorry. So I'm putting it here and I'll be asking what is the sum of, now, I don't know what you will pick in your num1. I don't know what the computer will bring out for num1 because it's picking any random number. So I cannot put a particular number. Therefore, I will go back to my variable and bring out num1. And I'll type end. I don't know what's going to pick for the second number as well. It's going to pick from the variable, from random number. So let's put variable so that whatever it picks will be there. Now, after asking, this is where our control statement comes. I mean conditional statements comes in, sorry. Now, I said conditional statements are decision-making statements, just as I've explained earlier on. So this is where the first conditional statement comes in that we are going to be using. I told you we have two types of conditional statement, if and if then. So the first one we'll be using now is if then. Said if, so let's go to control and bring out if then and put it inside this, under this. Now, we're going to ask if the answer you provided when the question is asked is equal to the sum of num1 and num2 that the computer picks. So then it will say correct and wait for 1 second. So that's what we want to do. So that means I have to go and bring equal sign. So I'll go to operator and bring equal sign. So operator, and I'll bring out equal sign. So I'll be, after bringing out equal sign, then I'm going to say answer. If the answer you provided, that is, so I'll go to sensing and bring out answer and slot it in here. Hope I'm not too fast. Now, if it is equal to the sum of the two numbers that the computer picks, so I'll go back to operator and bring out plus, that because that's the sum, num1 plus num2. So I'll go back to my variable and bring out num1 and num2. I hope I'm not too fast. All right. Okay. So if the answer you provided is equal to the sum of num1 and num2, then it's going to say correct. Then where do I see say, everybody? Looks wonderful. So I'm going to bring out and say correct. Now, and after saying correct, I'm not jumping away immediately. I want to wait for 1 second. So I'll go to control and bring out wait 1 second. Else, that is, if the answer I supply is not correct, it's going to say you are wrong. Did you see? All right. So let's go to looks and bring out say again. That is, if my answer is not correct, it's going to say you are wrong. So, and it also wait 1 second. So let's go to control. Sorry, go to control. Then wait 1 second. Hmm. Now, we want to talk about how do we now. I said when your answer is right, it's going to give you 10 marks. And when it is wrong, it's going to deduct 10 marks from the answer you point you've already gotten. So how do you go about that? At the initial stage, we said when the flag is clear, that is when we start this project, set our score to be 0. Okay, now I want to start adding score. So then I'm going to go back to my variable and I'll say, okay, when it is correct, change my score, that is my points, by 10. So I'll click on this variable and turn it to point, and I'll say it should change it by 10. That is, give me 10 points. And if it is wrong, if it is wrong, okay, if it is wrong, remove 10 marks. That I'm going to turn this to minus 10. Some of you are asking, why did you not in my score? Yes, it's just for you to concentrate on what you are doing so that you will not miss it. All right. And at the end of the whole project, I want it to tell you how many score or how many points you have altogether. Is that okay? So for me to do this, I'm going to use say. So go back to look and bring out say for many seconds we want it to say that. Let it say for 2 seconds. Let me use for time. So I'll bring it outside here and I will say I want to join it together because I want to join words with numbers. So I'm going to go back to operators and bring my join. So I will be needing to join because I want to join. So let me bring out one more join. We are bringing join apple and banana. So you're going to say you scored. What did you score? What did you score? I'm going to bring points because our score will be stored in the points. So you score whatever is in the points. Are you getting that? Because this is variable and it's a storage location. So it's going to be storing my points. So you score. So now at the end of it, I want to put percentage. So I'll put percentage sign. But for some of you that don't know how to bring percentage sign, just click on shift and letter 5, number 5. That's for percentage sign. So this is it. Can we just try this before we work on the timer? Okay, so let's try this. So let's rearrange this. Let's put this up. So when I click on flag, so it's saying what is the sum of round 13 and 11. 13 and 11 is what? 24. You say you are right. You are correct. Now you ask me what is 5 and 2. Let me say 21. I want to miss it so that we'll see what it will do. You are wrong. But do you know, I know you do notice that when it's asking the question, they are joined together. So I want to correct that. So that it will not be joining together again. So after you come to this ax, now after num1, where we have and, click on it and put space. Click space before you put your and so that there will be space in between the words and then put space here. So now let me start again. I'm not going to play everything because I still want to work on the timer. Can you see that it has spaced it? I think that is better. So the next thing I want us to do is let's quickly go to the timer. Let's quickly design for the timer. Now for the timer, I don't want to use seconds. Let's just use minutes. Okay, or we should just make it okay so that the time will not be too short. I was thinking we should just make it 1 minute to answer the question. But no, okay, let's make it 1 minute. How many seconds? 10 seconds. Okay, so let me be a little bit nice. So for this now, we'll be needing variable minutes and seconds that will be storing the time. So let's quickly go and make variable. Let's make another variable minutes. So and make another variable called seconds. Okay, it wasn't consistent. Let me delete my seconds and do it again. So I want to rename it again so that I'll be consistent with the way I type it. Seconds. Okay, so what do we do? When the flag is clicked, so you go back to your events. When the flag is clicked, what do we want? We want to set both minutes and seconds to 0 so that we know that, okay, we want to set minutes to 1, seconds to 10. That is, this is all the time you have. So at the initial stage, you are going to see 1 minute, 10 seconds on your screen. That's what that means. So let's go to variable, set minutes. So I can duplicate this for seconds as well. So set minutes to 1. So that's what will be displayed. And I'll click down here and turn it to seconds, 10 seconds to 10. So when you start the game, you see on your screen 1 minute, 30 seconds. Are we together? Now we are talking about conditional statement. We have talked about if then. Now we want to talk about the if. Don't let's forget our aim. I told you if then is it will give you multiple conditions and it will give you options. If a condition is true, it will execute the first one. If the condition is false, it will execute the second one. That is, if it did not get if that when we use if then, if you did not get this answer right, it will not say you are correct and it will not give you score. It will only say you are wrong and remove your score. That's for if then. That's conditional statement. This time around, we want to work on the if. Is that okay? So now, our timer says 1 minute, 10 seconds. Now, forever we'll be repeating this. So let's go to control and bring forever block. I hope you are following. I just want you to understand this perfectly. And then we are going to say if. So let's bring that our if statement and put it inside our forever block. So if seconds is equal to 0, if your seconds now is 0, that is, you don't have any time left in seconds, it's going to reduce out of your minutes. Hmm? Are we together? It's going to take one out of your minute. That means you have minus 1 minute. So let's say that, let's say, 2 equals to operator. So we'll go to operator and bring out equal sign. Let's put it, no, sorry. So we are bringing out seconds. So we go to variable. I choose not to be fast so that you understand and get it. Please, if you have any questions, you can send me a message. I'll be glad to answer your question. Okay? Okay, so set your seconds to 59. That is, if so, bring out set seconds. So, uh, set seconds, set seconds to 59. And then You now change your minutes by 1. Change your minute by 1. So if your seconds is 0, you know that we start from 0, 1 minute, 10 seconds. When you don't have any seconds left, you start working on your minute. That means you have to start deducting from your minutes. Do you get it? So we change minutes to -1. Okay, you change your minute by 1. Then that's if your seconds is 0. You don't have any seconds left. That means you have to start deducting from your minutes. Is that okay? So if you have used up the 10 seconds, you have 60 minutes left. So your minute will now be 59 minutes and you don't have any minute because you only have 1 minute. Once you say minute -1, that means you don't have any minute. You'll be having the seconds left. Okay, that's for your if. We now say wait for 1 second. No, you still have some minutes that is still seconds that is still counting. So your time, you still have few times left. So you still have time to answer your question. So you now wait for 1 second and change your seconds by -1. That means you start deducting from your seconds now. So variable, change seconds by -1. Now change your second by -1. And now, if your minute too is now 0, so you bring out if again and put it inside. So bring out equal sign. You go to operator to bring that equal sign and put it in the if. So go to variable and bring your minutes. Now, if your minute now is 0, 2, the minute is 0, and so there's something I'm missing too. That if your minute is 0 and your seconds too is 0, that is, you don't have any time left. So let me take this out and bring out my and. So I'll go to operator. I'll bring out my and. Sorry. There's my and. Yes. If your minute is 0 and your seconds too is now 0, that is all your time is over. Let me remove this and put seconds inside. That is when all the time is over. You don't have any time left. So what will happen? You broadcast time over or time off, time up. Okay, just said that you don't have any time left to. So, uh, you broadcast, there's no more time. Hmm. So, sorry, your broadcast will be in your event. So, you are going to broadcast a message that is for you to know that your time is over. Let me call it time over or time up. Let me call it time up. Let me broadcast time up. So I'll broadcast time up. So when I broadcast time up, then I'll stop everything. You cannot continue with that game. You cannot continue with the projects because your time is up. So I'll go to my control and bring stop all. Then I'll tell the quiz as well that when you receive time up, you choose stop everything. So I'll bring out when I receive events. I'll click on events. When I receive message, what message is that? What message do we broadcast? Time up. So I'll click down here and bring on time up. So I'll tell it stop everything. So not everything should be stopped. So there's nothing you can do again because your time is over. And with that, we have come to the end of the game. It's quite lengthy, but it's worth it. So let's put this, and this is our time, and this is our points. So it's our cards that will be. But if you like, you can change your sprites. I've not even started. You're already counting my time. Why now? So So when flag click, you see that my time is 1 minute 10 seconds, and the seconds is already going. I've not even started answering any question. Okay, it's asking me what is 16 and 62. That is as be 6 and 68. So that's 20. What is that? 20, 22. So that I'm correct. This and this, that's 17. This is 27. This is 16. You know that my time is going. Okay, this is 21. Wow, I'm wrong. Oh, what is this? Two goes there. That's 31. Am I right? This 15. This 12. This 31. My time is over. Can you imagine? You see that it automatically stopped when my time got finished. So, and that is how to play the game. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope you understand everything about the conditional statement now, that they are decision-making statements. They are decision-making statements, and we have two types, the if, then, and the if, and we have used the two in the project. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you. Love you. See you in our next video. Bye.